Chapter 3. You're It? The spies soon left London and traveled to the location of where the Maxwells resided. As they pulled up in their Evora 400, specially modified by Q, they were amazed with the house. There were Christmas lights everywhere, on every single tree and plant of every kind, as far as the eye could see. Spectacular! That's all I can say is spectacular, 00 Saletti said. They found a spot to park and walked up to the front door and knocked. The door opened and a blonde-haired girl answered it. Yes?
We're here for Miss Maxwell, Bond said.
You're speaking to her right now.
Unless you went through some form of genetic alteration, which I have seen a lot of, you're not the Miss Maxwell we seek. Perhaps you could let her know that James is here.
James? Did you say James? Oh, that must mean you're Bond, James Bond, here to escort Ms. Maxwell to the safe house. Well, actually, he prefers to say that part, but yes, that's him, and I'm Saletti, 00 Saletti. However, please refer to me as Daniel. Yes, of course, I'm Jenna Maxwell, Sarah's sister. Sarah is in the main garden house. I'll take you to her. Jenna came out of the house and they all walked along the grounds. It seemed to go on and on. Flowers everywhere, tunnels full of vines, and a giant fountain. Tell me, Jenna, does your family live here year-round? As much as we can. We've always had to be cautious because of our wealth, but we welcome people to our grounds regularly, especially around this time of year, when we put on our big Christmas display. It's a way to show our extreme amount of decorations we have. We've always done it. Of course, Sarah has done it much longer because she's older. Actually, because she's older, she gets all the threats of robbing and killing. We tried to get someone to protect her, and the rest of us, but no one would believe us.
That's when you decide to try MI6, Bond concluded.
Jenna nodded. They finally made their way to the main garden house, and that was nothing like Bond or 00 Saletti had ever seen before. The plants surrounded the entire structure, and standing right in the middle was a giant Christmas tree that seemed to be on a platform that made it turn. Looking out one of the windows was a figure who appeared to be Sarah. Sarah! Jenna called. Sarah turned to see her sister with Bond and 00 Saletti. These are the gentlemen that called to protect you. Sarah looked up to see Bond and 00 Saletti standing there, and Sarah then ran up to Bond and embraced him. You're even more handsome in real life. Unbelievable. The man has not even introduced himself, and he's already got a woman close to him.
Well, that's quite a greeting. As you must know, my name is Bond. James Bond. And this is my partner,
Saletti. 00 Saletti, but call me Daniel. I'm so glad that you're here. Where's your army? Army? What do you mean, army? You know, your troops, your helpers. The other people that you brought to help me.
I'm afraid that what you see is what you get, Bond said.
Not the best choice of words for you, James, 00 Saletti muttered to him. You mean, you're it? Well, we only may be two people, but we can still pack a punch to anyone who tries to harm you, 00 Saletti said confidently. Well, if there's only two of you, then you'll have to try harder to keep up. Sarah then ran down a long side of the garden house and into a corridor. I do apologize about that. You see, she can be a little pretentious, Jenna said. Well, this is not what I signed up for. From what I've seen so far, she's nothing but to be honest, a spoiled brat. No offense, Jenna. None taken. Bond then put his arm around 00 Saletti and started to point to the flowers.
Daniel, there's no need to get angry. This is quite a beautiful place, with quite beautiful women. After all, this could mean an easy mission for us. She's just having fun, so there's no need to plant your foot down, is there?
Bond said as he directed his hand towards some of the flowers. 00 Saletti rolled his eyes. Bond, 00 Saletti, and Jenna then chased after Sarah. The three searched through every corridor for the supposedly person in danger. Every corridor was covered in different plants. One had cactuses, one had exotic plants, one even had bonsai trees. The three then entered one doorway and saw what appeared to be a little mountain with several trains going around it. How big does this place get? 00 Saletti questioned. And as big as we want it to be. It's called being rich. Tell me, how much do you actually have? 00 Saletti questioned. That's a little rude, don't you think? But since you asked, we have enough to afford this place. At least. I'm sold. To me, nothing says Christmas like a train. I mean, Polar Express, am I right?
Well, I have to agree. You do have quite a place here. However, I do think we should get a move on trying to find your sister. MI6 didn't directly mention you. What do you know about the people after you?
Well, that's exactly the problem. I or we don't know. As you might also tell, I don't exactly sound the same as she does. I got adopted into the family. Suddenly, a gunshot was heard from outside. All three ducked to the floor, and Bond noticed a foot sticking out from a bush.
Sarah, A little old for hide and seek, aren't we? Bond questioned. Sarah soon disappeared into one of the bushes. The spies searched, and then 2 cars pulled up in the driveway. They were wearing armed police outfits. Did you hire new help? Not unless you did. The spies then exited the garden house to meet up with who appeared to be the head figure with the police. Good day, gentlemen. How do you do? Fine, officer, and you might be. B.J. Fleming, personal guard and assistant to Ms. Maxwell. Which one? Sarah and Jenna. Bond and 008 looked at each other. Mind telling us about that gunshot we heard? Oh, that. Old Australian habit. Form of announcement of entering. No need to worry, you know. I don't think you told me why you're here exactly. Well, we're from MI6. The name is Bond. James Bond. My partner, 00 Saletti. We're assigned to help the Maxwells as well. Right you are, mates, Fleming said as he walked off. Bond and 00 Saletti then decided that something wasn't quite right about this Fleming person, and thought they should keep an eye on him.